Hi, everyone. Let's talk about AEW Collision from December 14th, 2024. Winter is coming. I thought this was a very good show, guys. A very good show, in my opinion. Let's talk about it. Darby Allin finds Will Ospreay backstage and asks why he isn't doing more to help AEW fight off Jon Moxley's Dead Riders. Will says he lost on two prestigious pay-per-views and simply needs to be focused on winning the Continental Classic. If Darby needs someone in the crutch with him after that, then he'll be there. And Okada calls the Beast Mortals by the name Bitch Mortals when hyping up the Continental Classic tournament match later in the night. Then we had Willow Nightingale defeating Jimmy Hayter, which was a decent match, guys. A decent match. And this was to go to, the Wrestle Dynasty, which we're going to get this coming week. I can't wait for Wrestle Dynasty. I just can't wait, guys. Can't wait for that. Let's talk about it. So, in a National Women's Cup qualifying match, Hayter is spoke, and when the lights immediately go out in the early part of the match, but the lights flick back on, and the two women continue going back at it. And Jimmy Hayter hits a superplex after the commercial break, and Willow and Jimmy both collide after exchanging blows in the middle of the ring. And Willow gets back up and lands a moonsault for a 2 count. And Jimmy Hayter comes back with a German suplex, but falls victim to Willow Nightingale's bounce a few moments later. And Jimmy Hayter dodges the powerbomb and rolls her up for a 2 count, and Jimmy Hayter knees is in pain after she hits Willow Nightingale with a backbreaker on it, and then Jimmy Hayter misses her finisher, and Willow Nightingale turns it into a powerbomb for the pinfall win. I'll repeat it again, guys. I'll repeat it again. Jimmy Hayter dodges the powerbomb and rolls her up for a 2 count, and Jimmy Hayter knees it in pain after she hits Willow Nightingale with a backbreaker on it, and Jimmy Hayter misses her finisher, and Willow turns it into a powerbomb for the pinfall win, and that's what happened right there, guys. Fun match, like I said again, fun match. Then Willow Nightingale and Jimmy Hayter show each other respect after the match, and it's over, and Willow takes her leave, and Jimmy is alone in the ring. When the lights go back out again, the lights come back on, and Jimmy is in the ropes of Julia. I'll say it again. Julia Hart, and she plants Jimmy down to the mat, and she sings along with her theme song as she heads up the ramp. And that's what happened right there, guys. Then we had Okada versus the Beast Mortals in the Blue Legend match of the Continental Classic. Decent match. Let's talk about it. The Beast Mortal gets a near fall at one point with 3 assist backbreakers, but Okada has more left in the tank. Both men go down following a headbutt, and the fans are chanting for Beast, and Okada lands his big elbow drop for up top, and following a neck breaker and slam, and the Beast Mortal dodges the Rainmaker and nails the pop-up Samoan drop for a near fall, and the Beast Mortals misses a high risk move for the top rope, and Okada hits his drop kick, but he's stunned when Beast Mortals sends up, and Okada puts the Beast Mortals away moments later with the Rainmaker, and that's what happened, and that's how Okada defeat the Beast Mortals right there, guys, the Beast Mortals. Then Tony Storm fences Jenna McKenzie. I'll just say that, guys. Shotzi McKenzie. I'll say it again. Tony Storm fences Shotzi McKenzie, which was a little fun match, which it could have been longer. Could have been longer, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. And Tony Storm wins. I'll say it again. Tony Storm wins with a pretty easily with a Storm Seal finish move. I'll say it again, guys. Tony Storm wins with a pretty easy with her Storm Zero finish, and that's how she wins with the Storm Zero and defeats Shotzi McKenzie. And then Tony Storm grabs the mic after the match is over, and she never thought she would get to say this, but Tony Storm is all elite. Really didn't care about that, which we already know that Tony Storm has already been in AEW, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to probably get a lot of hate from AEW fans, but I'm just saying, we don't need to know that. We already know that you're still in AEW. So then Tony Schiavone is pretty sure that we already know that, which, yeah, like I just said. Then Thunder Rosa cuts a promo backstage on Mariah May, and she is challenging her for the AEW Women's World Championship, which we're going to see tonight, guys. I hope Thunder Rosa wins. I really hope Thunder Rosa wins because, she never lost that title in the first place. So then Tony Storms silently interrupts and introduces herself to Thunder Rosa and Tony Giovanni. Then we had Leah Rush and Action Andretti defeat Top Flight, and these guys do all the cool floofs and flips and stuff during the ropes, and they would expect, and Leah Gray is hurt on one of the splash to the outside, and Dante and Darius Martin are concerned about her well-being, and Leah Rush and Action Andretti take advantage of the distraction to put the boots to Top Flight and finish them off with Action Andretti with a 450 splash back inside the ring, and Leo and Action now earn a shot at the private party for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Then Chris Statlander defeated Tui Lin. This wasn't even a match. This was not even a match. But let's just talk about it anyways. So yes, Chris Statlander defeated Tui Lin. And the fans really like Tui, who is from the local area, and dispense the fans' support. And Chris Statlander destroys her with a delay first suplex with her finisher for the 3 count. And then Dustin Rhodes cuts a promo on the Righteous ahead of his Ring of Honor Tag Team title defense against them at Final Battle, which happened and stuff, guys, which we'll talk about that later. Then Commander and the Outrunners and Orange Cassidy, I'll say it again, guys. Commander and the Outrunners and Orange Cassidy and Daniel Garcia defeated X&M Collection and Premier Athletes. I'll say it again, guys. Commander and the Outrunners and Orange Cassidy and Daniel Garcia defeated the MMM Collection and Khmer Athletes, and Commander runs across the tight ropes later in the match to dive onto a pile of bodies onto the outside, and OC delivers an orange punch to Mark Sterling onto the ring apron, and then another to Josh Woods into the ring to win the match, and Don Callis says he is getting his revenge on Will Hobbs in 2 weeks at Roseanne, which is happening tonight. This sounds like Tatesha Fences Will Hobbs will be booked, in which it's going to happen tonight. And I really hope that Will Hobbs wins the international title tonight, which we'll see what happens with that, guys. Then we had the main event. Mark Briscoe fences Kyle Fletcher, a banger. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate, but it was a banger with Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher and the Blue Legend match of the Continental Classic. Let's talk about it, guys. So things are looking good for Kyle Fletcher when he duplexes Mark Briscoe onto the barricade outside the ring, but Mark Briscoe comes right back. I'll say it again, Mark Briscoe comes right back and hits a duplex of his own while standing on the guardrail, and Mark Briscoe fights his way out of the top rope brainbuster later in the fight, but Kyle Fletcher gets his knees up on the Froggy Bull. I'll say it again, guys. I'll repeat it again. Kyle Fletcher gets his knees up on the Froggy Bull, and Kyle Fletcher back drops out of the Jay Drizzler and hits a driver for a near fall, and Mark Briscoe tries to go up for the cutthroat driver, but Kyle raises his eyes to get out of it, and he rolls up Mark, and he puts his feet on the ropes during the pin, and the ref sees his cheating, and Mark Briscoe turns the table with a rolling up of his own for a 2 count, and Kyle hits a brainbuster for another near fall, and Mark Briscoe escapes from the top rope brainbuster and hits the cutthroat driver, and Kyle Fletcher rolls out of the ring before Mark Briscoe can cover him for a pin, and Mark Briscoe goes up top and lands a flying elbow on Kyle Fletcher with 1 minute left in the match, and the Exchange roll-ups the fence, turning to get in the pin, and the ref sits distracted, but Kyle low blows and doesn't work, and Mark Briscoe catches him with the Jay Drizzler for the win, and that's what happened right there, guys. A banger. And then Orange Cassidy and Willow Nightingale comes out to celebrate with Mark, and the Death Riders assist Commander in a camera backstage as they land a trap for the FTR, and the Death Riders attack them and appear to kidnap FTR as the show went off. And I give this show an 8 out of 10, guys. An 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10, guys. An 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10, guys. It was a very good show. A very good show. And I give it an 8 out of 10, guys. An 8 out of 10. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bells as always, guys. This is Christopher Jackson. Ever else, and again, This is Christopher Jackson Denver. I'll say it one more time, guys. This is Christopher Jackson Denver. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bells as always, guys. And peace out and take care, guys. Peace out and take care. And I gave this show an 8 out of 10.